The Young and the Restless spoilers week of May 4th. Shattered hearts. Exes play with fire. Secret schemers. The Young and the Restless. Y&R. Spoilers for the week of May 4th to 8th reveal that the drama is about to heat up on the CBS soap. More story shockers are looming, so let's discuss what's in store. Following Nick Newman's Joshua Morrow return to Genoa City, he'll have to focus on rebuilding his life. Nick's drug addiction has taken over his world and will keep leading him down a dangerous road if he doesn't get a grip on it. That's why Nick needs to begin a drug treatment program and try to get straightened out with professional help. It's going to be a huge challenge for Nick, but Sharon Case, will support him every step of the way. Nikki Newman's Melody Thomas Scott heart will shatter when she finds out about Nick's struggles. As an alcoholic who's been in a similar boat, Nikki will know what Nick's up against and will wish she'd realized he was in over his head sooner. Nikki may turn to Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, for comfort in the midst of all this, especially since he's suffered with addiction issues of his own in the past. Jack should support Nikki, so that could bring them closer and complicate the charade they're about to carry out. Nikki and Jack will pretend they're falling in love again as a way to make their spouses jealous, but will this really help them fix things with Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Diane Jenkins Abbott? Susan Walters? It'll be interesting to see how Diane and Victor respond to the show that Jack and Nikki are about to put on. That's especially true if the lines blur between what's real and what's not. Of course, it's also possible Nick's crisis will bring a bit of a thaw between Victor and Nikki due to mutual concern for their son. Nikki and Victor will at least agree they have to do whatever it takes to get Nick's life back on track. Although Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, should double down on her deadly Matt Clark, Roger Howarth claims he's not gone forever. Y&R is no doubt creating a fake-out situation where Matt's going to secretly scheme and attack again when Newmans aren't expecting it. In the meantime, Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, may want to focus on a fresh start with Sienna. Since Sienna and Noah want to open a new version of the Shadow Room in Genoa City, they may throw their attention on that for a while. That said, if Sienna is keeping secrets about Matt's survival, that could doom her relationship with Noah and set the stage for their breakup somewhere down the line. Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, would love another chance with Noah and may keep cozying up to him until then. The second Sienna messes up, you can bet Audra will be waiting to pounce on Noah. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, will also spend more time with Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, so their reconnection could lead them back to the bedroom sooner or later. As for Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, he'll strengthen his bond with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, even more as he moves forward with any final prep work ahead of Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore, life-saving procedure. Finally, if Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, decides to accept Billy Abbott's, Jason Thompson, marriage proposal, then they may spread their engagement news. Billy and Sally may want to keep a lid on the pregnancy for a bit, but they could still spill their wedding plans around town. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy and Sally are entering an exciting new chapter together, so stay tuned to see how long they can stay in their blissful bubble. Genoa City is about to erupt into total emotional chaos during the week of May 4th as broken hearts collide with dangerous temptation, old flames reignite in shocking ways, and secret schemers work overtime behind the scenes to destroy lives before the truth finally explodes. The tension building across town reaches a boiling point when love, betrayal, revenge, and desperation become impossible to separate. Relationships once believed stable suddenly crack under pressure, while exes find themselves playing with emotional fire that could burn everything around them to ashes. At the center of the storm is Nick Newman, whose complicated emotional life spirals into complete confusion after a series of unexpected encounters forces him to confront feelings he thought he buried long ago. Nick has tried convincing himself that moving forward is the only option, but Genoa City has a way of dragging people back into unfinished emotional business. As old wounds reopen, Nick becomes trapped between lingering affection, unresolved guilt, and a dangerous attraction that refuses to disappear. Sharon senses immediately that something is changing in Nick. The chemistry between them remains impossible to ignore, even after everything they have survived over the years. Every shared glance carries emotional history. Every conversation feels loaded with memories neither of them can fully escape. Sharon tries maintaining emotional boundaries, especially knowing how quickly hope can lead to heartbreak where Nick is concerned, but the emotional pull between them grows stronger by the day. Unfortunately, timing could not be worse. Phyllis refuses to stay on the sidelines while Sharon and Nick drift closer again. Already emotionally fragile after recent setbacks, Phyllis becomes increasingly determined to reclaim the connection she once shared with Nick before Sharon can pull him completely back into her orbit. But instead of approaching the situation carefully, Phyllis allows jealousy and insecurity to fuel reckless choices that may ultimately push Nick further away. As tensions rise, several emotionally charged encounters leave everyone questioning what they truly want. One heated confrontation between Sharon and Phyllis quickly turns personal when old betrayals resurface. Years of resentment explode into the open, and neither woman holds back. Nick soon finds himself caught between two women who know exactly how to manipulate his emotions in different ways. While romantic chaos intensifies, another dangerous game unfolds behind closed doors. Victor Newman quietly begins putting pieces together regarding suspicious activity involving several business rivals, but he soon realizes the real threat may be coming from inside trusted circles. Victor senses secret schemers are moving against the Newman family again, and he has no intention of waiting until the damage becomes irreversible. The powerful patriarch launches a silent investigation. What Victor uncovers sends shockwaves through Newman Enterprises. Financial inconsistencies, hidden communications, and unauthorized meetings suggest someone close to the family has been feeding confidential information to outside forces. Victor immediately suspects a coordinated effort to destabilize the Newman empire from within. Furious and determined, he begins testing the loyalty of everyone around him, including people who never expected to fall under his suspicion. Victoria becomes increasingly frustrated as Victor refuses to share every detail of his investigation. She understands the seriousness of the threat, but she also worries her father's obsession with control may blind him to the emotional damage spreading through the family. Victoria already has enough personal stress weighing on her shoulders, especially as unresolved feelings regarding her own romantic future continue complicating her decisions. Billy Abbott, meanwhile, finds himself spiraling into dangerous territory emotionally. Though he tries projecting confidence, Billy's personal life grows messier with every passing day. Lingering feelings for an ex begin surfacing unexpectedly, creating emotional confusion he cannot easily suppress. Billy attempts to focus on work and distract himself from the growing emotional storm inside him, but temptation keeps pulling him backward. The situation becomes even more explosive after a late-night encounter changes everything. A moment of vulnerability between Billy and someone from his past reignites sparks neither of them expected. What begins as emotional comfort quickly shifts into dangerous territory as buried feelings resurface, with shocking intensity. Both know revisiting old relationships could lead directly to heartbreak again, yet the emotional chemistry proves almost impossible to resist. Unfortunately, Genoa City never allows secrets to stay hidden for long. Rumors soon begin circulating, and suspicious eyes start watching Billy's every move. Sally in particular senses something is off. Though Billy tries hiding his growing emotional conflict, Sally notices subtle changes in his behavior immediately. His distractions become more obvious. His reassurances feel forced. His emotional distance slowly begins triggering fears Sally hoped never to face again. As Sally wrestles with painful doubts, another schemer quietly positions herself to take advantage of the situation. Audra Charles sees emotional vulnerability as opportunity, and she has no problem exploiting unstable relationships when it benefits her goals. Watching cracks form in several couples around Genoa City, Audra begins carefully manipulating conversations and planting subtle doubts wherever she can. Her intentions remain difficult to fully read, but one thing becomes clear quickly. Audra is playing a dangerous long game. Nate grows increasingly suspicious of Audra's behavior as strange coincidences continue piling up around her. Every time emotional chaos erupts, Audra somehow benefits from the fallout. Though Nate wants to trust her, he cannot ignore the feeling that she may be orchestrating far more than anyone realizes. Elsewhere, Summer faces emotional devastation after realizing Kyle may not be as emotionally available as she once hoped. Despite their complicated history and undeniable connection, Kyle's growing bond with Claire creates fresh insecurity for Summer. Watching Kyle move forward emotionally becomes almost unbearable, especially when Summer starts recognizing how serious his feelings may actually be. Claire herself struggles with the growing pressure surrounding her relationship with Kyle. While she genuinely cares for him, she also understands the emotional baggage attached to his history with Summer. Claire wants stability and honesty, but Genoa City relationships rarely remain simple for long. The closer she grows to Kyle, the more resistance she faces from people convinced their romance is doomed before it truly begins. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott and Diane attempt maintaining calm while chaos spreads around the people they love most. Jack especially worries Billy's emotional instability could lead to disastrous consequences if left unchecked. He has seen Billy self-destruct before and fears history may be repeating itself again. Diane, however, becomes more focused on protecting the Abbott family from outside threats lurking behind the scenes. That concern intensifies after mysterious information surfaces, suggesting someone may be targeting both the Abbott and Newman families simultaneously. Suddenly, personal drama collides with corporate warfare in terrifying ways. Victor and Jack reluctantly find themselves forced into cautious cooperation after realizing secret schemers may be manipulating both families for strategic advantage. Though neither man fully trusts the other, they understand the danger of ignoring a potentially larger conspiracy unfolding around them. As investigations intensify, hidden alliances begin emerging across Genoa City. Private meetings occur behind closed doors. Secret phone calls increase. Anonymous messages start appearing at the worst possible moments. The sense of paranoia grows stronger with every passing day. And then comes the emotional explosion nobody can stop. One shocking betrayal leaves a beloved relationship shattered beyond repair after hidden truths finally come to light. A devastating confrontation erupts when someone discovers their partner has been hiding dangerous secrets tied not only to romantic betrayal but larger manipulative schemes unfolding across town. Accusations fly, tempers explode, and heartbreak becomes unavoidable. Several lives change forever in a single night. Nick finds himself emotionally torn between past and present once again as Sharon and Phyllis both force him to confront impossible choices about his future. Billy risks destroying his current happiness by reopening emotional doors better left closed. Sally faces painful fears about abandonment and betrayal. Summer struggles, watching her dreams slip further away, while Claire fights to hold onto fragile hope. And through it all, secret schemers continue pulling strings from the shadows, manipulating emotions like weapons while preparing for their next devastating move. By the end of the explosive week, Genoa City stands on the edge of total emotional collapse. Relationships fracture. Trust evaporates. Dangerous secrets threaten to surface at any moment. Exes who thought they could safely revisit old feelings realize they may have ignited fires impossible to control.